Maybe you can help us with this debate that is going on and what constitutes, I know this is silly, it's 6:20 in the morning. What constitutes a chick flick? And I'm thinking Rocky is great.
What in the world are you talking about with Rocky?
It's a wonderful love story. You've got Rocky and Adrian, and there is the conflict. And
just because there's a man and woman in a movie,
they get married,
does not make a chick flick.
Have kids. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. No, this means war. Oh, it's one of my favorite.
Oh, is that an action movie? I love action movies.
It's a little bit of action, but it is totally about the love story. There's a triangle because two guys like the same girl kind of thing, and yeah.
Is it like Die Hard? I like that chick flick, Die Hard.
That is not a chick flick.
Yes,
That's
it is.
Christmas movie. It's not a chick flick.
No, there's love there. I mean, here comes, I forgot his name, the Bruce Willis character, and there's his wife that's in there. I mean, and
she's in the movie.
Yeah.
But that is not a love story.
That is so much love.
The Proposal, Sandra Bullock, Ryan Reynolds.
You're getting sappy. Star Wars. Star Wars is an epic chick flick.
Yes.
Yeah, see? Let me tell you.
You have got to be kidding me.
Star Wars is like the best love story chick flick. It is amazing. The whole point of Vader turning into Vader is over a woman.
Okay, hold on.
It's all about love.
We need a definition of a chick flick. Okay, so I just Googled it, and it says that a chick flick is technically a love story or a sappy film that is generally geared towards women. And I wouldn't say that's the goal of Star Wars.
No, but Wonder Woman.
That's just
Wonder
a
Woman is a
woman
chick flick.
Superhero. It's not geared towards women.
Exactly.
No, there's the guy that she likes.
Yeah. Steve Trevor.
That's it. Yeah, the Gal Gadot girl. What's her name?
Gal Gadot.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, and Chris Pine are in it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it is a beautiful love story, but that is like the secondary story. That's not the main.
That's not the main
crux
story
of the movie.
Caitlin just gave us a great definition.
Read it again. Sappy? Is Wonder Woman sappy? Star Wars, is it sappy?
It can be.
Only the Hayden Christensen version.
Did you hear? Did you hear what Jake just said?
What'd you say?
I said it can be.
Yeah.
What do you mean it can be? Does it change when you watch it?
No, sappy because I don't like sand. It's very rough and coarse and it gets everywhere. But not like you because you're beautiful. Sap.
Yes, that's a line in the movie.
Star Wars.
It's a line in the movie. That was sap.
It is
That was
not.
I'll give you one more classic chick flick movie. You will agree.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
Jake will back me up.
I don't know.
Born Identity.
The Jason Bourne thing?
Oh, yes. First, there is incredible action in the movie.
Okay.
It is so great.
So
and
that
then
negates it from being
And there
a chick
is
flick.
a young lady who believes in him.
They are not in love. There might be some sparks between the two. They're not in love.
Classic chick flick.
He respects her. Like, I know this movie.
Jake, have you seen it, Jake?
No, Me Before
Of course
You.
I have.
Yeah.
Of course
There you
Movies.
go.
See?
Women are drawn to watching it. That's how
Me
you know.
Before You. That's a chick flick.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I think this is really neat. I don't know if you're following, who's going off to the Super Bowl and stuff like that, but Kansas City had quite the game last weekend where it went into overtime, thankfully, because Kansas City got another 13 points, and that sent it into overtime, which is how Kansas City won.
Okay.
And so it was back a year ago in November when Patricia Allen passed away. That is Josh Allen's grandmother. It was right before a game. And so because of that, about 9,800 donations came in within a day, within 24 hours.
Right. There was a tweet that went out and then 200 retweets that were talking about this fund and all this. Then all this money starts coming in.
Well, they retweeted. They tweeted about it this weekend.
Yeah.
Because this happened a year ago. They retweeted about it this weekend and said, you know what? Here we are, fans. Let's do this again in honor of his grandma and give $13 a piece.
Right.
$13 for the 13 points that they had to drive that game into overtime. Then, of course, they won. They could be going to the Super Bowl. And so that was, as of Wednesday night, about 10,000 donors and over $250,000.
Right. On
to a
Wednesday
hospital.
night. Yeah. So, wow. And they'll probably keep doing this through the weekend.
Probably.
In honor of this guy's grandmother. I mean, it's such a legacy that she left, that, he had this relationship with her and talked about her. And when she passed away, he was posting about her. And
Right before that game last year.
and then he played it in her honor, basically.
Yeah.
Right? So just so sweet. And I love that people are now keeping her memory alive.
That's something else.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll go all the way to the Super Bowl. Who knows? We got the big 2 games going on this weekend.
Who's in? Do you know who's in it? I mean, I think you follow.
Give it a
football.
try.
Bengals, Chiefs,
Very good.
and now I'm done.
That's it.
no
She
idea.
doesn't know about the 49ers and the Rams, but that's okay.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Gilligan had the best night. The best night. Like, he played all night long because he escaped his kennel in a shelter. It's a dog.
Evidently.
And he escaped his kennel. I don't know how he got out. They don't know how he got out. But Joyce, who works in this animal shelter, came to work one morning. There were toys torn apart, squeaker parts everywhere. And she's like, what in the world? And all of a sudden, Gilligan comes flying around a corner, and he's like, I had so much fun.
I am mad. Oh, my word.
Hundreds of squeaker toys. Somehow he got into them. And like our golden doodle, Charlie, can't just be happy playing with a squeaker toy. Has to pull the squeaker out of it.
Oh, in our house, we have dogs that do the same exact thing. The stuffing is out. So this dog in this shelter got into hundreds of toys?
Hundreds of toys.
In one night?
In one night. Well,
Wow.
I mean, so think about it. If the shelter employees leave at, let's just say, 8 o'clock at night, and then nobody shows up for 8 o'clock in the morning, that's 12 hours at Gilligan.
I am sure they have to have some camera stuff on this.
Security camera shows this dog, and he's older. Like, he's lived in this shelter for a long time.
Oh, it was time to get out.
Yeah, he was done. And the pure joy on this dog's face on the security camera, even, as he's just running back and
This
forth.
is great.
And just,
I love it.
and squeak,
I love
squeak,
it.
squeak.
Hey, if you haven't seen it, we're going to post this on His Radio TV and on demand so that you can watch it coming up in just a bit.
Yeah. 2.5 million people have watched it so far. Donations are coming into this shelter.
Oh, how cool.
And people have even offered to buy Gilligan squeaker toys for the rest of his life.
So he can have his own toys forever.
And I think they need to leave him out at night.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I love to see a really determined kid because they can get some things done. His morning crew with Rob and Liz, his radio.
Yeah, like Dylan, he's 8 years old. Now, here's the thing about Dylan. Grandma, years ago, gave Dylan a journal. What is a 5-year-old going to do with a journal?
Drawing it, usually.
Well, he started writing. And all of a sudden, he begins to write a book.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he had a dream that this book that he wrote in a journal, this book he wrote, would be in the library one day.
Well, I mean, that's a good aspiration to have, a good dream.
He had his journal with him. They went to the library. He put stickers on his book to look like the other books that were in the library.
Like with the numbers on the binder.
And then stuck the book on a shelf. They walked out. Somebody tried to check out this book. I mean, it was
That's fantastic.
That's a great book. I mean, he called it The Adventures of Dylan Hilbig's Christmas, which is the author of this book, the 8-year-old. So he's got a book in the library now. He hid it in there.
My favorite part is that some just random person came up and said, this looks like a really good book.
I want to get this book for my kid. It's about Christmas.
Oh, my goodness.
It looks so authentic. I can't believe it. It looks like real print.
Wow. And he's 8?
He's 8 years old.
Okay. Dylan, call us back when you're like 16. See what you're doing now.
New York
Wow.
bestseller coming in your future.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
But I want you to take just a second, kind of, if you're driving, don't close your eyes, but close your eyes and think about Minnie Mouse and what she's wearing. Because she has, for the last 50 some odd years, worn a red dress with white polka dots.
That's Minnie Mouse.
Right? That's exactly Minnie Mouse, what you think about. Disneyland Paris thought she needed a makeover. I like a makeover. Makeovers are fun. Those are cool.
Okay.
So Stella McCartney, who is a fashion designer.
Is that Paul McCartney's daughter?
It is Paul McCartney's daughter. And her clothes, they are high. Haute couture, right?
I have no idea.
So she has designed a pantsuit for Minnie Mouse. And it's a different color. It's like blue with black polka dots.
So there's still polka dots.
Still polka dots.
Still the bow?
Still the bow.
Okay.
But it is a pantsuit. I mean, it's nice. It's fine. It's just not what I think of with Minnie Mouse.
With the red dress and
With
the
the-
white polka dots on it, right?
And dress and the little white shoes. Those shoes are so cute. But
And the bow that goes with it.
Yeah. But, fashion designer. Why they brought in Stella McCartney, I don't know.
Maybe she knows, Well,
she
what about
knows-
Mickey? Does Mickey? He usually has kind of a tuxedo
With
kind of
shorts.
thing on, right?
Which is the craziest looking thing. With a big yellow is it yellow buttons or white buttons on Mickey Mouse's
It
little...
depends because he
Yeah.
usually it's usually a little different every time.
Yeah.
It's I think it's classic with red or whatever.
Right. And then Donald Duck always is it a blue shirt? Just a shirt. Mm-hmm. I'm like, dude.
Hey, listen, shirt and shoes are required.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
This morning crew with Rob and Liz, uplifting and encouraging. It's his radio.
You okay? So you'll only notice if you're and you've got to watch this later, okay? On his radio TV. Liz is in a chair that literally just started sinking. And she can't compose herself. She looks now like she's at the kid table.
I can't see you.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
No, it shouldn't be. There's one of these chairs. Let me tell you.
You're saying I put the hydraulics out?
No, listen, that happens to me. And I'm the biggest guy at the radio station.
No, you are not.
Yes, I am. That happens to me. So you missed it. Just in case you're wondering why Liz cannot compose herself, the chair that she's sitting in, the hydraulics just gave way, and she started sinking an inch at a time. It just went voom, 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 voom.
I've been sitting in it all morning, and it's uplifting and it boom,
Yeah.
boom.
No longer
Oh my
uplifting.
goodness, is it happening again? Okay,
No, you're good.
Okay, I gotta.
Okay, are you done?
Somebody take the almonds away from me.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Here's something you may be familiar with. This sound right here. Familiar sound?
No.
That's a doorbell camera.
Oh, okay. Mine
Okay.
sounds a little different. Okay.
What does yours sound like?
I don't know, chimes.
Wait a minute.
It's
How?
ring.
Wait, no, do that again. Do that again.
I'm so bad at it sounds. It's not like that. That sounds like an old telephone.
Bring. Oh,
I can play it
somebody's
for you.
at my door. Bring.
It's a ring camera, but that one is different.
So here's a similar to a ring camera.
Okay.
So here, this is funny. Anastasia heard that. She's like, "Oh, somebody's at my door." She'd take a look at her app. She's looking and she goes, "The police are at my door." I don't know about you, but I start thinking the worst. I'm like, "Oh no, what just happened to one of my kids?
Start looking for license and registration.
What
too.
is going on? Why are the police at my door?" So listen to what happens next, because she goes to the door and she answers it.
No, I'm not who you're expecting, but your driver got arrested for things he had to take care of. So I figured I'd complete the DoorDash for you. Take care. Thanks!
So I don't know if you understood all of that, but the police officer arrested the person who was delivering the DoorDash.
Oh my goodness.
He noticed the bag, and so he took the bag, which was Arby's, and delivered it to Anastasia.
Because when you order DoorDash, it has your name, it has your address on the receipt on the bag.
All on the bag. He's like, "Well, she's not going to have lunch. I better bring it."
You know what? He did not have to do that.
No.
He could have just said, look, they're just going to have to deal with it.
And this is mine. I kind of like the roast beef.
I like a junior roast beef sandwich.
But instead, he delivered it.
He went above and beyond like they always do.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Jamie's along with us at 800-447-7234. What's on your mind, Jamie?
I was going through the drive-thru this morning, and I ordered a biscuit this morning and financially blessed somebody.
So the car behind you?
No, the cashier.
Oh, so you gave him a tip, sort of.
Yes.
That makes that biscuit even better.
Absolutely.
Right? And you know what? I love what you did, Jamie. That's the drive-thru difference at His Radio with a twist.
Oh, sure, because typically you'll take care of the person behind you, but, the people working in there, they're working long and hard.
That's so great. That's you're a difference maker, Jamie. Thank you for doing that. I love it when I hear about the drive-thru difference and somebody just taking care of somebody behind them in line.
I know, and you can do that and even kind of tell them why you're doing that. You can go online to hisradio.com, look for the drive-thru difference. You got some cards there you can print out.
You can print out a letter that you can hand. It's literally, we take care of it all for you. So if you just go online, hisradio.com, and you'll see the drive-thru difference right there, or search keyword drive-thru. And you'll find it, and you'll be able to print out something that you can hand the person at the window that they'll give to the person behind you, and it will say, this is why you did the drive-thru difference.
Yeah, and it makes such a difference not just to them, but I'm telling you, the feeling that you get when you do it, you just can't capture that anywhere.
Yeah, so Jamie, way to go with a drive-thru difference today with His Radio.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Don't know if you heard Jamie earlier, but he was talking about the drive-thru difference. He went to get, what was it, a sausage, egg, biscuit thing, something like that. And then, instead of paying for the person behind him, he did something different with the drive-thru difference, and he gave a real big tip to the cashier.
I love that.
That's great, Jamie. We just received an open mic on the My HISRadio app, which you can download the app for free on Google Play and the App Store. A lot of different features on there, not just listening, but the open mic gives you an open mic like this. Let's check in with it.
Hi, this is Amy. I would like to say thank you to the sheriff's deputy ahead of us in line at Chick-fil-A that just paid for our breakfast. God bless you.
That's great. I love that, Amy.
And
I wonder who that was.
I know, and thanks for telling us about it, because I think when you tell others what happened, which is the whole point, kind of, it just sparks somebody else to do the same thing and encourages somebody else to do it.
Yeah, you can go to hisradio.com, and then you'll see the search the keyword. Just type in drive-thru. It'll bring you to the drive-thru difference, where you can literally download a letter that you can hand to the person at the window. Say, hey, I'm going to pay for the person behind me. Give them this and explain exactly why you did what you did. It's called the drive-thru difference.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Cream pies. You probably know that I'm referring to something. It's Rob and Liz, His morning crew on His Radio.
Oh, yes. That's about my favorite Little Debbie.
You like those Debbie cakes,
I like Debbie. Well, I like that one.
Cosmic brownies?
I don't like it.
No? Zebra cakes? Honey buns?
No, they're okay.
Strawberry shortcake rolls? Swiss rolls?
No.
That's my fave. Nutty bars?
I do like those.
They're all ice cream flavors now.
Isn't that wild? They did the Christmas tree Little Debbie ice cream at Christmas, obviously.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe I did and I forgot.
Listen, the world was losing its mind over this.
Really?
There were restaurants making milkshake creations with these Christmas tree cake ice cream. It was crazy.
Now Little Debbie is doing that with all these other things we just mentioned.
I think so, because they're like, okay, that worked at Christmas. Let's do it again. They go on sale Tuesday, I believe it is.
Is the Nutty bars, do they have peanut butter in it?
Yes. The best way to eat those is not just take a honk, a big bite. You take the layers apart and eat it layer by layer.
Really?
Yes.
Caitlin does it?
Yeah, she
Caitlin?
said yes.
Caitlin's our intern. You do this way?
Yeah, it's like with an Oreo. It's just better when you take the layers apart.
I've never done that. It seems like it's messy. Because isn't it like a wafer?
Well, the wafer doesn't get you messy, but you will get chocolate on your hands. But it's okay, because
What was that?
my fingers.
Oh, that was your fingers.
With the chocolate, right? That's what you got to do at the end.
No, you got the ice cream you got to lick off the fingers.